Yeah, I thought that was as comprehensive as you can probably get. I know we scored 2 in the last few minutes, but I think general play, I think overall we created numerous chances. Tav on another day could have scored 3 or 4 himself, so they had a little bit of huff and puff in the second half, but you're not going to dominate a game for 90 minutes, it's impossible. So it's important that we weathered that storm and obviously we picked him off at the end.
Alfie May will get some of the headlines with the debut goal. How did you think he did?
That's what he is. That's not an accident. He has got an eye for goal. He's had a goal disallowed as well, which is unlucky, and he works his socks off. Similar to what we want. We want legs in the team. A lot of people that we've signed have been that sort of age with something to prove, and he fits that mould. People look at him and he's not 6'4", so they'll go, "Why have you signed him?" I think you see, we don't want to boom it. Yes, we do need a physical target sometimes, but he runs in behind, he harries people, but it's not. He's not just a crisp packet blowing around the pitch. There is a lot of quality in there as well.
Do you think the goal that he had disallowed was unlucky to be disallowed?
I think it's the new rule, isn't it? I think that the keeper's whacked it off his chest from about a yard. It's hit his chest, hit his arm, and as soon as anything touches your arm now, it's deemed a non-goal. So I think last year it would have been a goal. The ref apologised at half-time because he said, "Look, it's the new rules. There's nothing I can do." So, but that comes from his endeavour. He saw the opportunity, he saw it bouncing around, and he got after it. He doesn't think about it. He doesn't think, "Well, he just does it." So delighted. It's always pleasing that someone comes in and scores on their debut because it is a weight off his back instantly. You can see Tav's desperate for that goal at the minute, and he did everything but score today. Bless him.
But Tav Campbell did create 2 of the goals.
Yeah, I thought Tav played well. The strength that he shows to hold off, I think it's David Wheater. He's 6'6", big lad, held him off, and then his quality of the weight of pass into Sheafy. A lot of people panic when the game's going on because when you're playing, the supporters don't see this, but when you're in those parts of the pitch, the game's 100 mile an hour. So to have that clarity, to have that real soft pass, and then it was a really good finish as well from someone else that's come in the team and affected it.
And you must be very pleased that Ryan Broom got his first goal for a while.
Yeah, Broomy, obviously we've moved his position. Something that is quite pleasing is that when we did weather the storm last year, we were sometimes having to take a centre half off with Toes going in there last week. We could just flip it into a 4-3-3, move Broomy up one, and it worked quite well. But Broomy done well there last year, so it's not he's been dropped as a number 10, but Sheafy's come in today and scored and affected the game, and he's affected it from just a different area of the pitch. So it's, I seem to remember I had a year at right wing in this league, and so you just get on with it. If you're on the pitch, you're happy. Well, you should be anyway. But I thought he was excellent. Even you see his energy in the last 5 minutes of the game is unbelievable.
I suppose the one downside would be the injury to Scott Flynn. Is any early news on what's happened there?
It doesn't look great. Obviously, we need it confirmed and everything, but I think it looks like he's broken his leg, which is a real blow for him and us. So we'll have to pick it up, see where we're at, because potentially it could be a long term. I don't know if it's a fracture. Like I said, I've said every week, I'm not a medic. I don't know until we know if it is a break and then how bad the break is, and if there's any extra structural damage, you don't know. So it's a real blow, because he actually did really well in the incident. But fair play to Reece at 1-0. He came on. It's difficult. I've never been a goalkeeper. I can't imagine it's easy coming on when you're winning a game 1-0. All you can do really is come on and lose the game. So he came for a couple of crosses, made a good save off Chris Eagles, because he has got quality in those areas. I know that, played with him in the Premier League, so he's come from Man United. So my heart sank a little bit when I saw it was him landing on it, but he read it well and got across the goal well.
And good for Reece's confidence, given that he had quite a difficult night here the last time he played against Newport.
Well, hopefully he's laid that one to rest. That was a freak night, and he'll have had that in the back of his mind, I'm sure. I'm sure some of the supporters will have had it as well, but that's what I mean, to come on and be that assured with all that going on as well. It's, because they players that sits with them as well. They don't just forget about things like that, so it's difficult. Sometimes supporters just see the football, but it's all the emotion, all the other stuff. They've got to live with it all as well. So I was pleased for Reece.
Another injury. How close are people like Ruben Reid and Luke Varney to coming back?
About 3 days closer than you asked me last time. It's at the minute they're not fit. Reggie's had a little bit of a setback. He was training, then he sort of had a bit of a setback. I'm not sure how much. And then Ruben's, he's done quite a bit this morning, multi-directional sort of movements, so up to full speed running again. So again, edging closer. But I'd rather give the players that are playing at the minute and played today the little bit of credit, because people keep saying, what about these, what about that? They've been brilliant. Reg particularly. Ruben we've not seen a lot of yet. We think he's got quality, but I don't know where we are in the league now. But
fifth.
Right, well, yeah. So the players that have turned in the performance today deserve the credit.
First win here for a while. In the last 11 league games, two wins, 7 draws, 2 defeats. It's a curious one for you as a manager, in that terrific consistency. But if you've won one and lost one, you'd be 4 or 5 points better off.
Yeah, everyone says you're better off winning one and losing one, but I think from a psychological point of view, to have that, because when we're good, we're good. So we were good today and won the game comfortably. We've just not had that. We've been all right recently, which I think is shown in the draws. So I thought we were good in the last 2 games away from home against difficult teams, and we gave up 2 poor goals. So that's a disappointment. I think a couple of games at home, I think we've done enough to go and win the games. I think Colchester at home, we have more than enough chances to go and win it. Didn't think we deserved to get beat by Plymouth. So, but fine margins at this level. You look at most games, there's normally only 1 goal in it. Sometimes it's a referee decision. So yeah, from our point of view, the resilience, the togetherness that they've shown during periods, Grimsby away being one, that was a well-earned point. But it's just having that belief of all right isn't enough. So I said to the players before the game, I said, look, you've had a lot of plaudits this year because you've done all right. You look at where we are compared to last year, we've done all right. I think it's fair to say I don't think we'll get relegated this year. So what have we got to lose? What have we got to lose? We might as well, grasp the nettle and try and take it on. And I thought we did that well today.
I appreciate that what's happened with Scott may impact on this, but were you expecting to do any activity this week in the Cheltenham?
If it's what we think, we will be able to. We will have to get somebody in. But no, we're not close to doing anything else this week anyway.
And not expecting to lose anyone either?
No.